Oh shit. Also, half the lobby is bots. God damn! What the fuck? That's a big ass dono. 150 from Juice Man Tainted. God damn! God!
Retro. When you're ready, please enjoy this. I hope you enjoy your Christmas with your family and whatnot.
What the fuck is
Love
this?
you, Retro and Chat Brothers, bro man, bro.
Bro! No! I'm not reading all this! I'm not reading all this! No! No! No, 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 no! Look at how much... No! Look! No! Oh my god, bro, no. This man sent me a fucking book. Damn it, I'm gonna have to read this. This is gonna be disgusting, man. Oh, thank you, Tainted, for the 150. Fuck. This man sent me chapters like this is One Piece. He sent me chapters, dude. Oh, okay, I'm gonna read this shit to get it over with. After this race, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna have to leave and read this shit. I cannot believe he sent me this fucking book. I'm gonna have to read this damn book. Hold on. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna have to read this shit. Oh my gosh. Thank you again, Juice Man Tainted, for that fucking 150. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I got killed off by a snake. Well, Snake died. Okay. I am not ready for this. Retro and the Bloody Condom, Final Act, The Final Cream Pie, Remix HD, Recreamed. Okay. The Tainted Cut. Disclaimer, all jokes pure fiction and a parody. Don't take this seriously. If you can't take a joke, then leave Madge. Introduction. Hey guys, it's me, Tainted. I hope you guys enjoy the final part of Retro and the Bloody Condom. I originally wanted to end this way back in parts 1 through 10, but the ending was a little lackluster, and I felt like I needed to finish the story correctly. I recycled parts that I previously wrote and rewrote the canon to make a more fluid / concise story. I am taking inspiration from many anime games for this one. I hope you all enjoy it and don't find this one as bad. Part 11. Retro woke up. He woke up in a tomb of darkness. He couldn't see anything. Everything was pitch black. Retro started moving and screaming frantically, in hopes that he could move out of his coffin or get saved. However, nothing, and no one could hear him. He began to break down crying because he was alone and confused. Retro began to think and think until he began to meditate while 6 feet under. He began to think as to why he was in a coffin to begin with. Intrinsically, his thoughts were to start at the beginning as to how he got here. Okay, so I met a woman of my dreams. What was her name? Why can't I remember her name? Oh God, I'm so scared. Why am I here? Why can't I remember anything? Please save me. Someone, please. Don't let me die here, or don't leave me here to die. Retro began to sulk in his coffin, thinking he deserved to be there, until he felt his cold teardrop on the side of his neck. Suddenly, he was remembering something important. He was sensing an echo of a distant person of his past trying to reach him through the teardrop. He was remembering her. Retro was remembering the sweet, wet neck kisses he would get from her. With This in mind, his devious cock and mind gave him the strength. Gave him the strength to break out of the wooden coffin with his hard dick. He began digging out the crypt as his dick was punctured from the wooden plank. So there you go again, being so descriptive, and this is ouch. That engulfed Retro's cock with spiny wooden splinters. Come on! It was beginning to leave holes. Come on! But with the power of love, he was able to keep digging and digging. He knew that he had one thing to do, and he wasn't going to stop until his goals were met. He knew he had to dig his way out so that he could make things right with the woman of his dream, Clitorissa. His dick punched his way out of the dirt grave, and he was able to break free at last. He climbed out and he began to scream like the Shawshank Redemption. Dan Gonzalo gifted a sub. Oh my god. It began to rain and Retro started to realize why he was there. He was in the Dominican Republic and he began to remember everything. You even put pictures. It turns out that Retro never died and the doctor failed to actually declare him brain dead instead of clinically dead. They were confused with the paperwork, and the morgue people didn't even bother to check for a pulse. What the fuck kind of morgue? His funeral was held a week later, and his lungs were able to heal. I remember everything now. I insulted the woman of my dreams, and I got COVID. They must have buried me here because of my will. I don't care what it takes. I'll go back to New York and find my woman. Retro began his journey, part 12. Retro began his journey to go see the woman with his throbbing, scraped puss. Come on, bro! Bro! You nasty fucking story, man. However, she was in New York and Retro was in the Dominican Republic. Retro, his first decision to get back to the U.S. was to tell himself to sell himself to prostitution in the DR to afford the illegal entry to the United States through a motorboat in the middle of the Caribbean. Retro sucked some... Bro, I don't know if I'm gonna continue reading this, bro. What is this shit? What is this shit? Retro sucked some... For $5, every person for 10 days straight to afford the illegal and expensive entry into the U.S. Retro did not get HIV at the... Retro must have sucked about to afford the illegal immigration of entering the United States. Retro finally raised enough money to buy a coyote to help him travel back to the U.S. through Miami. Retro could have easily as just taken the United States Embassy to give him back entry to the U.S., but he didn't. That being said, the Coast Guard caught Retro and his coyote trying to cross the Atlantic Ocean to enter the United States. The Coast Guard decided to tie Retro against the Coast Guard's boat. The Coast Guard said this to Retro: "We can do this the easy way or the hard way. I can send you to Guantanamo Bay where you'll suck dicks for the rest of your life, or you can suck this fat meaty..." Oh my god, bro. Oh my... Let me get a cup of water, man. I'm gonna need a break from this shit. Bro, look how much is left. Look how much is 2 out of 12. Bro, look how much is fucking left. Oh my gosh, man, this is painful. This is so painful. This is so painful. This is so painful. Okay. Let's get through this. Let's just get through this. Let's get through this. Let's get through this pain. Let's get through this pain. You could suck dicks for the rest of your life, or you could suck this fat, meaty cock, and I'll let you go to the U.S. Retro did what he had to do. He was about to suck some... But then he decided to bite off his balls and uppercut the Coast Guard like Ryuki off the boat. Oh, however, the Coast Guard had... Ah! And Retro bit him so hard that the... Ah! And then he got to the Coast Guard off the boat. Retro decided to steal the boat. By the way, despite all of this, Retro still did not get... Oh my God, bro. Tainted, bro. How stoned? You must have been on some crazy drugs. Huh? What has Ivory got to do with this? Retro boat to Miami broke down so he could swim about 10 miles. He eventually arrived to shore and nearly drowned in the ocean. He was saved by a lifeguard. The lifeguard got on top of Retro and plunged his heart and put his lips on top of his mouth and gave him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Retro was able to breathe again, and on the bright side sunny shore, which is where Retro gazed in the blurry eyes of the lifeguard's eyes, Retro was able to see him.
For the love of God, put this on as background noise.
Oh my gosh, dude. Why you got Ivory involved? It was Ivory. Yeah, you can. People told me that you were dead, man, he said Ivory. Retro kissed Ivory on the cheek with saliva dripping and said, "Thank you, homie. Want to go to the club? What the fuck is this shit?" Thus, Ivory and Retro went to the club in Miami, and as a part of the pit stop before Retro went to go find the woman with his bloody cock, Retro went with his most Dominican fit baseball jersey fit, and Ivory had a black shirt on with gold chains on. Retro walked into the club with the most confident way possible while WAP was playing. His confidence stemmed from getting a taste of meeting someone who mimicked the woman with the throbbing bloody large that he was looking for, who was in New York. Thus he wanted to fuck some bitch in the bathroom of the club. Bro, I cannot read. Bro, for this many pages, bro. Yo, honestly, bro, I'm about to start charging you 100 a page. 100 a fucking page. I feel like it's not even worth the money, bro. I feel like paying you back. You want your money back, bro? I'll actually, I'll actually, like return that shit. I'll refund that shit. Oh my God, bro. Nah. Next time, it's 100 a page. Cause this shit is just too nasty. It's so explicit. Retro drank a milliliter of tequila and was starting to black out. Ivory could not take care of Retro because he went to go get some pussy. Retro decided to leave the bar table and went to the bathroom. He met somebody in there and decided to make out with this person. It was clear that they were both drunk and they were in each other's pants, hands and genitals and everything. Retro then said to the club hoe, "Did you bring a condom?" She then said no. The person didn't care, and it was a clear as daylight that this person has some sort of STD. Bro, what is it with you and sexually transmitted diseases, bro? What is... Oh my God.
I promise this gets less grotesque. Anyways, the pursuit of happiness. I hate the $100 Dono song TBH. That's why I did $99 instead.
Okay, I had to get myself a plate of food. I know some people are gonna be like, bro, how the fuck can you eat through reading this story? I don't know, bro. I just gotta eat something because I don't eat shit all day. It says share your food. He donated another 100? You motherfucker! I promise it gets less grotesque. Oh! This motherfucker donated another hundo. Juice man. Tainted. You said we not reading all this, bro. We got to. He basically threw $250 at me. I have to read all this shit. He threw $250 at me, bruh.
No.
He threw $250 at me, bruh. I gotta read all this. Oh my goodness. All right. 9 more pages.
Yes.
9 more pages. You said check the alerts. I hate the 100 dono song, to be honest. That's why I did 99 instead. Bruh. This man crazy. He said he hates that song. All right. Thank you, Tainted. Again for fucking 250. You big dick motherfucker. Damn. Okay. Okay. The person didn't care that this person has some sort of STD. You can easily tell because she was wearing Dr. Oh my God, not the Doc Martin boots. Ripped black vomit, covered booty shorts, a crusty neon green bra, 50 different piercings, bruises all over her with dirt on them. Ugh! And a type of blue mohawk type of hair. Bro, what the fuck am I? Who am I having sex with? The Life is Strange character? Bro, what the fuck? Due to Retro's horniness and being in a mental state of him being drunk, his care was being overtaken by his lust and many other of these factors. Oh my God, bro, what is that? A picture of a... You're nasty. Retro was done for. He was going to get in a serious infection by piping this woman. He was going to get a serious infection by popping this woman's wretchedness. The woman's righteousness was going to devour the distasteful urges that were going to envelop Retro's greasy. Why is my dick greasy? Why is it greasy? Suddenly, Ivory stomps into the bathroom and yells, "Stop! You're going to get the cheese touch!" Yo, Retro, quick, put this condom on. Ivory to the rescue. He suddenly shuriken throws the condom directly into his cock. How does Ivory have powers like that? That means my shit was already out and erect and he threw the shit like a shuriken and it landed on... And it immediately gets wrapped on his dick, and as soon as he is about to fuck this woman, pierced and spiky pussy? Pierced and spiky like a Gordo from Kirby? Part 15. It turns out Ivory gave Retro a Ivory! Ivory gave Retro a punctured condom. That he found on the floor? This punctured condom actually came from again with the sexually transmitted diseases, who had HIV and wanted to inject heroin through... We were supposed to play Mario Kart through his dick hole. As he left the club with the punctured condom, he saw a girl leaving. He decided to go spit game up to her and said hello, but he passed out as he approached her. He woke up tied into a chair in a shack with a window in it. With his blurry vision, he saw 2 men through the window, oh God, which led to outside. As he looked around, he saw a white wall Then he notices that he's tied down to a chair and screams for help. The two men came in and jammed a pill down his throat. He swallowed and went back to sleep, and woke up. He found himself in Ivory's bed and thought of it as a dream.
How TF are you eating while reading?
Bro, I'm really hungry, bro. I didn't eat at all today. Like, I woke up today and I just drank coffee. That's the only reason why I'm eating, because I'm actually very hungry. Like, my stomach hurts. Retro borrowed Ivory's car and decided to start traveling north to finally start looking for Clitorissa in New York. He began his journey in Miami to find her. However, Retro decided to go to the worst possible route in the deep south. In short, Retro is the worst navigator of all time. Just take a look at the dog water ass route he had to take to get to the south. He literally could have just drove north and he got into New York sooner. Yo!
Glad I can be here for 20 months.
It's a penis!
Is what I have to stumble upon when I enter the stream.
Thank you, Curly, for the resub. Thank you, APOC, for the resub. Retro's incompetence in the deep south led him astray. In the woods, his car was almost out of gas. Retro suddenly saw a light in the forest and decided to step out the car to check it out because he didn't have much of a choice. And the closer he got, the closer he started to realize that he actually encountered a Satanist ritual. They were doing the deed doggy style with some demons. Retro decided to run away and hopped in the car with the remaining gas. However, Retro only was able to drive a mile away until his car broke down. Retro decided to hitchhike north but saw another light in the forest. Retro clearly didn't learn his lesson the first time and decided to investigate it once more. He ran into the KKK pitchfork meeting where they were saying the most horrendous things. We'll destroy them and we shall rule the world. Who was that in the bush over there? Said the Grand Wizard. I thought that said Grand Gonzalo. I was gonna be like, what the fuck? The Grand Wizard. Retro's eyes went out of his eyes. Retro's eyes went out of his eyes. Bro, you must have been stoned as fuck when you wrote this, dude. I don't know if you were on shrooms. Bro. Retro's eyes was out of his eyes and thought his glasses and threw his glasses like some shit out of a cartoon when he decided to start running. Get him, said the Grand Wizard. A group of white-cloaked men decided to chase Retro, so he ran for his life. Retro only got away for about 5 feet of running until he tripped on some dirt. Oh my god, like Iris, and got caught mad quick. Out of desperation, Retro then said, "Please, good sir, let me be. I'll do anything. I'll even suck your..." If you let me go, I don't want any trouble. Everyone started laughing except for one, the Grand Wizard. The Grand Wizard then said, "Retro, is that you?" "Yeah, who are you?" Retro responded. The Grand Wizard took off his hoodie. It was Ace, operative? What is he doing in a KKK meeting? Ace is black. I'm so confused. I asked him for this part on the stream of his. Retro was shocked. He could not believe that one of his own viewers would be a part of such a horrendous organization. "Ace, you're in the Ku Klux Klan, but why? Why are you here?" Retro said. "Retro, if anything, why are you here? Second of all, this isn't the KKK. This is the kill the catching main consumers. You see, us Genshin players hate people who play catching. We despise these people actually, and we want them to kill them all. I passed out flyers in my local town that said the KKK meeting. We must burn them all. Bring a white cloak to emphasize her passion for committing to her death, to commemorate that she needs to be a ghost. Then many people showed up, Ace Operative said. Ace, it's not that serious, bro. What the fuck are you doing out here for this shit? You guys could have just made a Discord call, Retro said. I have a life outside of Discord, Retro couldn't, said Ace. While the two nincompoops were chatting amongst themselves, the white cloak people were shocked and utterly confused. Wrong KKK, you damn idiots, said one of the white ghosts. Ace and Retro both looked at each other in despair. Ace and Retro both knew what they were thinking. They wanted to run. They needed to do something fast. Retro then sucker punched the fuck out of Ace and left him to die. Ace then yelled, Retro! Bro, what is this story? 6 pages left. Retro bolted through the forest and reached civilization at a local highway gas station. Retro was relieved and never thought that he would make it out alive. Ace actually made it out and was completely out of breath when he went inside the gas station. Retro, I made it out alive with you, bro. I see that you nudged my face to hurry up so that we can both get out together. I knew you always cared about me, bro. Didn't I punch him? We're not just a parasocial relationship, Ace said. Retro looked at Ace with the most grueling set of nearly teary eyes. Retro was thinking to himself, how could I scam such a local viewer with those innocent eyes? Retro proceeded to pickpocket Ace as he was trying to buy some snacks at the gas station. Retro then snuck out the gas station and hitchhiked on a truck. Bro, I don't know what to think of all this, man. And on Christmas Eve, I'm reading this shit on Christmas Eve. Well, I'm never gonna forget this Christmas Eve. I'm never gonna forget this one. The truck driver pulled up at Retro. Pulled over and picked up Retro because he seemed like a nice guy with good merit. The truck driver, out of his good merit, asked him on the passenger seat, so what are you doing all the way out here in the middle of nowhere? You know, just trying to get to New York and see somebody I miss, Retro said. Oh, so you're not a truck stop hooker? What? No, don't worry. I don't judge. I stopped a long time ago. I won't tell anybody about your job. Retro then had a disgusted look on his face and went to sleep. Retro started dreaming of her. He was dreaming of her juice. I can't. Of her log. He was dreaming of marrying her. He wanted to walk down the aisle and wanted to see her in an open crotch wedding gown. Talk out. And every Retro began kneeling down, trying to get a good taste. Greasy, uncleaned. Started to pucker his lips towards, and he was kneeling down in the wedding suit. As he was getting closer and closer, getting to the... Bro, this is borderline TOS, bro. Juice is on his... He's slowly... Bro! Retro was about to... Bro! When suddenly Clarissa said, I remember what you said to me, Retro. You accused me of being dirty and cheating on you. Why did you hurt me, Retro? Why did you betray me? You judged my line of work. Who are you to talk to me like that? Ah! Retro heard a huge honk in his dream, and in which woke him up like this. What the fuck is this? Turns out the truck driver took his cock out. Yo, Tainted. Tainted, you drive a pretty hard bargain here, man. I was supposed to be enjoying myself playing Mario Kart. Driver took his cock out while Retro was sleeping, and Retro was slouching near the truck driver's lap. That's when somebody almost crashed into the truck. The truck driver then proceeded to honk, which is how Retro nearly sucked a truck driver's cock in his sleep. 5 pages left. It turns out the truck swerved that caused Retro to accidentally bite off. I bit it off! The nutsack, which again, Retro, to rip off another man's nutsack. Retro had a mix. Oh, God, you nasty. 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 Retro was agonizing in disgust when he vomited all over the truck driver. Nasty. And the truck kept swerving across the highway. The swerve was caused by some mysterious car that was following Retro that almost caused the crash. The truck driver started to scream in fear of Retro. Was still nasty. Nasty. Vomit got all over the truck driver's seat that slowly creeped up. Oh my God. The truck driver's ass crack. Bro, let me just finish this damn food, man. Like, okay. It was a total mix of vomit, blood, nasty! Oh! We call this mess the sieve! The truck driver swerved out the window when suddenly Retro took control of the wheel and stopped the truck. Retro, part 22. Retro then got out of the truck because of the mysterious car driver pulled over. Retro was scared and wanted to run away, but he was tired of running. Hello? Retro said calmly. Retro! Said the person in the car and came out. Wait a minute. Ace operative, Retro exclaimed. Yeah, Retro, bro. For some reason, I couldn't find any of the money in the gas station. And I noticed you weren't at the gas station anymore. My first instinct was to look for you because I knew that you were kidnapped by somebody. Surely enough, I found you in the middle of this highway after I stole a car to get here. Ace, thank you, bro. I got a good $20 for you since you're short on cash, Retro said. But that was the money I took from him. Retro, that's so kind of you, bro. Thank you, Ace said happily. Retro only gave him $20 of the 1,000. I took 1,000 and I only gave him 20? What is this dumbass story? Retro, you're a good dude, bro. I appreciate you. You know that? I'll give you a ride anywhere. Just tell me where. Let's go to New York, bro. I got to meet somebody there, Retro said. And they drove off. Part 23. Retro and Ace were around New Jersey when they were driving to New York in Ace's stolen vehicle. Ace wanted to pull over to get gas at another station. You're paying for gas, by the way, Retro said. Why would I say that when I'm getting driven there for fucking free? Hey, not a problem, Ace said. What the fuck? A little bit of information for those who don't know. In New Jersey, there's a state law that makes gas stations have people pump gas for you. The law, in short, was given to people's jobs in the state of New Jersey. Anyway, people who was pumping gas seemed a little familiar to Retro. Someone who he's seen before. Retro decided to get out of the car to check who it was. It was Clitorissa. Baby, I found you. What are you doing here in New Jersey? Retro said. Clarissa looked at him in disgust and backflipped away. Backflipped? Part 24. Baby, where are you going? I've been looking all over for you, Retro said. Retro started chasing after her and wanted to talk to her, but she kept sprinting away while doing backflips. She's running, looking at me, then just busting out backflips? Clarissa ran to the gas station building with someone else inside. Retro was so confused as to who it could be inside. Retro was sprinting towards the inside when some guy came outside with a gun and decided to shoot outside immediately. Retro started running away when suddenly a stray bullet would hit Ace. Ace was screaming and was bloody and shot all over him when suddenly Retro Grand Theft Auto Ace out of the car. Retro left Ace. Yo, you made me an asshole in this story. I screwed Ace over like 4 times, bro. Retro left Ace to die in the gas station floor in his own blood. I'm almost done. Retro was confused and started to refuse to believe that someone he loved so much in this world could betray him like this. Even though Retro insulted her, it doesn't merit her to get somebody to shoot at him. Many thoughts were running across Retro's head. Although Retro was haunted by the fact that he felt like he was being a piece of shit for judging her in the first place, he was starting to feel like maybe he shouldn't be so hard on himself after all. He learned to be better. Bro, I'm an asshole. And he was trying to make amends to her throughout this entire journey. He thought he could forgive himself despite of all the guilt. Retro's guilt was making him feel like a huge piece of shit for the longest time, to the point that he was convicted that he started to do immoral things like robbing Ace. He was so convinced. I said convicted. Convinced, excuse me. I can't read for shit. He was convinced that he started doing immoral things like robbing Ace. He was so convinced that he was a bad and terrible person that he decided to dive deeper into the tormenting pain that is to become this terrible person. It was this phenomenon of him insulting Clitorissa that made him a terrible person, which made him think he was a bad person, and therefore he acted like a bad person. Retro was reaching a point of nirvana of utmost evil, which is why he left Ace to die. Retro was becoming a terrible person, and he knew this. Retro wanted to start crying because of this epiphany. That maybe he was not the bad guy after everything with Clitorissa. It was starting to devour his mind. Retro braked the stolen car hard. Retro started bawling his eyes out, thinking that this should not be how he came to find her. What is this? He started to look for answers as to why she was acting like this. Retro banged his head, on the wheel over and over. His head started to bleed and he started to bruise all over his head. I'm just headbutting the wheel. He knew he had to suffer to reach enlightenment and wanted to get better with every headbang on the steering wheel. The journey was tormenting him too much to the point where he started screaming in the car. When am I going to get a break? Where's my win? Retro yelled in the car. Retro reached a conclusion. He knew he had to forgive himself and stop feeling guilty. He knew he wanted to do better, and he was trying to do better before she came into Retro's life. He needed to go back to find Ace Operative and apologize for being a piece of shit to him and save Ace's life after getting shot. As Retro did a U-turn, Retro noticed that Ace was actually running in the middle of the road towards Retro. Ace, you're alive and fine. Yeah, bro. You see, those bullets grazed me. But the adrenaline woke me up and I started to make me run. I can see what you're trying to do for me, Retro. You wanted to keep up with my exercise and wanted me... You wanted me to stay healthy. Which is why you made me get out the car so that I could meet you at the end of my jog. Okay, Ace, look, man, I'm sorry. I sucker punched you back in the woods. I'm the one who took your money, and I left you back there to die from bullet wounds. I'm sorry, man. I was coming back for you just now. That's why I was driving back. Here's your money back, and here are the car keys. I'm sorry for everything. I'll be on my way now. You don't have to forgive me, Retro said. Retro, you're a really good friend, you know that? You think I care about you so little that betraying me would make a difference? It's alright, bro, Ace said. Retro didn't know what to say. Alright, Retro, bro, I forgive you. What do you want to do now? Well, I have to go find out for sure about Clitoriso. Can you take me to Queens? Retro asked. Let's go. Together they went off to look for Clitoriso. One last journey. What the fuck? 2 more pages. Retro arrived at Clitoriso's apartment when suddenly he peeked out towards the outside of the window. It was her getting fucked by some other dude. Oh yeah. Fuck Retro. I hate that guy. You fucked me better than him. Fuck. Oh fuck. Give me that dirty. Oh god, nasty. Give me that nasty cheese. Fill me up with your love juice. Give me that hairy.
In this story, Ace is the type of dude to say, damn, you slept with my wife behind my back. Thanks for showing me how to do it, man. I owe you one.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you. That's literally what it is. Retro saw the shadow of her huge cock going up and nasty, and the shadow of the guy shooting at him in the gas station when suddenly their bloody condom got on the window and started to drip down the window. That's disgusting. Retro then fell on his knees and cried. Retro said goodbye to Ace, Albert, and went on a walk. Retro was walking in the middle of the city, not knowing what to do with himself until he saw Fern. Sure, why not? Don't tell me that's Fernando's confirmation to be in the story. Fern walked up to Retro and said, hey, Retro. Oh, hey, Fern. That's his confirm. Oh, my God. Retro said. Retro explained to the story of Fern in details, especially the cock and the balls and shit, and Fern then started to try to console him. Look, Retro, you gotta move on. You gotta go do what you gotta do. Don't you remember, Retro? Remember what, Fern? Remember your family, Fern exclaimed. Play this. Bro. Retro stood there and closed his eyes. He saw her one last time in his mind. That's right, just stay there in my memories. I don't need you anymore. You're just a memory, said Retro. I'll never be more than just a memory, Clarissa said. Retro screamed in agony. Ah! Retro screamed and ran all the way back home. He knew he had to do the right thing and see his family. He needed to see them. Returned to streaming and work. He was ready to get back onto work. He busted the door open and found his family. He saw his entire family sitting by the tree and couch on Christmas Day. I'm home. The end. Author's note. Hey guys, it's me, Tainted. Again, I originally wanted to end this way back in the original one, but the fans kept asking for more. Who the fuck are the fans? Nah, who the fuck are the fans? Who the fuck are the fucking fans, you fuckers? Yes, we need fucking names, bro. I originally wanted to make this, but the fans kept asking for more, mainly the former. Okay, I'm just trolling. I mainly wrote this to keep the retro fanfic verse alive. I know this shit is pretty weird, aware, but you gotta admit the whole concept and everything is so fucking weird and stupid to the point that it's funny to think that someone would even do this. That's why I decided to make it a little bit more fucked up towards the end with the whole psychology of the tormented retro character development and whatnot. Anyways, this is it. No more retro and the bloody condom or anything. I don't want to be that weird guy anymore, even though I did it for memes. Alright, I'm done with this garbage. Again, these were all jokes at the same time. I kind of wanted to make it low-key kind of sad or something. Retro, I hope you had fun. You're a cool streamer. Merry Christmas. Signed, Tainted. Yo, P.S. Snyderverse time. P.S.S. It truly was a retro and the bloody condom. P.S.S.S.S. Snyderverse is dead now. That's actually a good song, I can't lie. That's a good song. Get this man an Oscar. Bro, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think, bro. I just don't know what to think. Like, my head right now, I feel like... Bro, I feel like I got COVID or some shit. Like, you know when you're COVID and I don't know what I'm feeling, bro. Like, I need a palate cleanser. Like, now. I need a palate cleanser so fucking bad. I need a strong-ass palate cleanser. I need a palate cleanser. So we posting this on TikTok? Hell no. TikTok is gonna freaking take my video down. You know how sensitive TikTok is? Bro.
Hello everyone.
I need a palate cleanser right now.
Hello everyone, this is your yearly dose of internet.